LAPD is participating in audible activity creation, flying right over and under the sun, by the way, while the sun's right over my head. This is the same position where it's at as I am here, standing here, by the way, at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and this is called crossing path. And this is the grounds of deportation, by the way. This is the light source, and this is called light activity, where that's not even the sun, nor would sunlight bounce off of walls while you're driving cars in it. Doing so using a leaf blower is called audible activity. The state is participating in activity creation while flying over my head because I'm documenting them and they're all going to be deported. That's audible activity. That's surrounding in the path. That's MICHEL. He's going to federal prison. All right, so the entity flies over to threaten me. They go to federal prison longer. And it's not contradicting the fact that they're all engaging in what is demonic behavior together. That's what the entity engages in. While you're looking at the equally impossible presence of that which is not the sun, while it's still over me at this same location at 8:47 in the morning. That's not the sun. While I'm in an entirely different region, it's over this property while I stand here and you're looking at it right here at 5 o'clock in the evening, that's not the sun. All right, that's speaking to what is the identification or what are the elements of monitoring, and that's terrorism, while you come every Monday and engage in the elements of monitoring with the entity that's providing evidence against you, and you're going to federal prison for that. And then you're going to be shipped back to your place of origin after that. And they're engaged in federal stalking. This is grounds for prolonged term in federal prison, in terms of what is enhancement of federal charges and federal sentencing. That's Julia Alvarez Lopez. And as I stood here, by the way, at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, you saw the light source directly over me. You've seen the light source all over this property. You've seen it visible through my bedroom window after 7 o'clock in the evening. So this want to speak to what you're looking at. This is elements of monitoring. And demons stalk with your pursuant to your movement and activity on a communication device, which is what LAPD did right now. As I take pictures of them, LAPD flies over my head. You know who's going to federal prison for that? Him. He's going to federal prison. This is P.O.C. All right, this is P.O.C. This is how the people engage in terrorism with the entity, and it's demonic. Demonic. As I stand here at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, the light source is in the same position. So I want to make sure that you're recognizing the demonic. It's the same thing as holding a package and calling yourself delivering it while the entity is stalking in helicopter. And because he threatens my life while the entity flies over in helicopter, because that's what they're doing, they're all going to federal prison. And Speaker Companies is fully apprised of that. They are fully engaging in it together. All right, so I just want to make sure you get that. It's 11:19. This is not the sun, nor you also know it's not the sun while the entity flies directly under it. Okay, it's called light activity creation, stalking in the path, and you're looking at what are psychopaths that are monitoring you while wanting to appear as though they're doing something else. These are the same demons when they drive by, engineer lights moving all across buildings and walls. That's not sunlight. It is currently, again, 11:19 a.m. This is P.O.C. Jose and Sons Landscaping, an illegitimate company, and they're going to be prosecuted for terrorism. In the workplace is what's also occurring. It's in the workplace right now. So I want to make sure you capture that. Well, I want to make sure that I capture that. And that license plate is the identification of the people of the state. The entity is doing the same thing. The residents that live at this property, all they do is go into a laundry room, for example, or walk by like I spoke to at 10:53 in the morning while the entity flies over in helicopter. The entity is relying on movement by demons, activity creation by demons who are all around on the grounds around me while they are engaging in what is ongoing surveillance in the sky space above and monitoring on communication devices and on the internet. And no one is fooled by that. What you're looking at is revealing what is a very highly psychotic group stalking conduct, and it's going by the name of Jose and Sons Landscaping, those that are not even welcome in this country, and they have fully demonstrated their unworthiness, and they will provide what is an example, a template as to every other person that is waiting literally for their moment when they're, first of all, they're going to federal prison, but then they're going to be shipped out of this country, and this is why. Because you're looking at the ongoing pattern. Who are they stalking with? The state that flew over my head in the unnatural environment, doing the exact same thing when I'm literally at this same location at 8:47 in the morning, showing you the light source. And I'm also here at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. That's 2 hours from now, and that light source is still in that same position, and all they're doing is walking around, crawling around it, or holding what are nothing other than props for maintaining noise. Those demons also engage in terrorism while they create their audible activity and light activity based on where you're at. Okay, and that's why you see a light source that's not the sun. And the entity is literally providing evidence against itself. And the demon possessed, I want to be clear, the more that I document, the more terrorism that they engage in, more light activity, more audible activity, more pacing. Okay, Jose and Sons landscaping doesn't have a constitutional basis. They have no defense. You are not engaging in landscaping. You just witness what they're engaged in, and they come onto the grounds to engage in terrorism with the state every Monday. And for that, they're going to federal prison. They're all, and you don't have any requests. You can hold up a contract with speaker companies. It's evidence of the criminal pattern of conduct, because there is no contract that's ever going to provide consent by the federal government or any American citizen to facilitate federal group stalking and monitoring, which is exactly what's underway. And that's why you have the specific environment, and that's why they're facilitating that specific environment, not ignorantly. So also they're doing it in sync, knowledgeable of the fact that they're being documented, which is a whole other level to the determination for how long you're going to sit in federal prison. They're acting in concert with the people. They're doing so on an ongoing basis, and this is occurring in the workplace. Again, speaker companies, I'm going to drain the pockets of them, and the little bit of chump change that Jose and Sons has, they're going to lose that, and then they're going to be listed as terrorists, and they're going to federal prison, and then they're going to be deported. Okay, so just want to make sure I document that. It's 11:22. While the entity is maintaining a light source directly over my head as I leave from right here at the back of my office, as I walk around the property, as I go around the parking lot, you see that light source jump right over the building. It remains directly over my head no matter where I'm at. I'm at that same position at that parking lot at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and that which is not the sun is still over my head at this address, which is how I'm able to see it out of my bedroom window as late as 7 in the evening. That's not the sun. Period. And you're looking at nothing other than what are psychopaths, because that's the personality defect. That's relying with regard to the behavior of one that is demon possessed, as they maintain the elements of monitoring in the specific environment with the state that is stalking directly. It is again 11:22 a.m. This is P.O.C.